Welcome to this topic. In this topic, we will be talking about the print media. What is a print media? Good attempt. A print media is any material that is presented in a paper form. There are different categories of print media or print resources that we can use as sources of information. The first category are the bibliographic materials. So bibliographic materials are those sources that hold descriptive information about a work. So this information include information of the origin of the work. They also contain details of non-print media. So a bibliography facilitates access to published documents to the users. An example of a bibliographic material is an index, which is a list of concepts or terms that describe a collection or a document. We also have the abstract, which summarizes a large work. Then we have a catalog. A catalog is a list of information materials that is housed in an information center. Now, let us look at the second category of print materials, which is the reference materials. Reference materials are further divided into 5 examples. Number 1, we have encyclopedia, which is a book that gives information on all branches of knowledge or specific subject. We also have the dictionaries, which contain words of a language, terms of a subject or professions arranged in a definite order, usually in alphabetical order. A dictionary can be something like an electronic dictionary, a glossary, or thesaurus dictionary. We also have the annuals, which are publications that are published yearly. Then the directories is just a list of organizations, which are systematically arranged in alphabetical or classified order, giving addresses or information like the telephone numbers. So we have examples of dictionary or directories like the telephone directories that you have on your phones, the postal directories, institutional directories, among others. Then lastly, we have handbooks and manuals. Handbooks are manuals. They contain a compilation of miscellaneous information in a compact, handy form. A manual, on the other hand, is an instruction in book instructing on how to do something by means of specific and clear direction. The third category of print materials are the geographical sources. This is an information source that has the ability to transport the viewer of information seeker to any part of the world. A geographic source gives an insight or information about a region or a locality. An example is a map, a gazette, travel guides, and globes. Then we have serials. Serial is a publication that is issued in part or divided into 2, that is irregular serials, which is issued in non-specified time, And then we have periodical serial, which come after a specific time and have a distinct title. An example of a serial is a magazine, a newsletter, newspaper, annuals, journals, memoirs, proceedings, or transaction of societies. Lastly, we have government publications. Government publications are printed at the government expense or published by authority of government body. So government publications usually have limited circulation and they carry valuable information. So government publications include things like the Gazette. You've heard of the Kenya Gazette, right? Like every time there's a public holiday, it is published on the Kenya Gazette. That is an example of a government publication. So we have other examples of print materials like the patent. So a patent is an official document that is given to an inventor or an innovator. Then we have standards, which are documents that contain a set of conditions to be fulfilled. Standards are usually developed by regulatory bodies or organizations so that they can guide them on their way of operations. Up to there, learner, we have talked about different examples or categories of print materials. Which one can you remember? Well done. So before you finish this topic, can you look at some of the factors to consider when selecting print materials? Write the answers on your notebook. Take a picture of that and post in your e-portfolio. Thank you and see you in the next module.